Hello, welcome to the EP7 podcast. You are here with Rachel Donovan and the founder of EP7, Mr. George Helou.
Thanks, Rachel, and thank you for joining us. We love talking about how to get the heart into everything we do to get a lot out of life.
Whether it be relationships, business, careers, you name it. So, let's get started. So, I can't wait to get into this topic, George, with you.
Yeah.
It's about people that are addicted to drama.
It's hard to believe that we would, at some level, actually thrive on the drama, but we should really explore this because I think there is evidence, scientific evidence, that we can literally be addicted to adrenaline of things aren't right, and we have to be on alert and prepare for the fight. We're literally addicted to that in some way, and we'll explore that. But let's kind of look at people that you have encountered that seem to always have drama around them. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you know people who seem to have a lot of drama around them all the time?
Yes, yeah. It's sort of like there's always something happening. There's always an event, chaos of some sort, a really good story. Usually a lot of energy though around these people as well. So there's a lot of energy.
Now, drama is things going wrong and you having to be highly stressed and anxious because you're in the fight and therefore you have to react, you have to defend, you have to attack. Like that level of drama where you're always expecting people to attack you or, mistreat you, or things to always go wrong, whether it be your friends or family or children. You're expecting that something will go wrong for them all the time. That is a life of drama, right?
Yeah. So what do you mean ready to fight?
Well, as in you expect people to be illogical or against you, or, you expect that you're going to have to push and argue and fight for what you want.
Right.
Because there's drama, and drama represents no order, no peace, competition for attention and respect and trust on the line. In drama, you don't trust or respect very well because you feel like people are against you. Mm-hmm. And you have to fight against them, and that's the drama. Or something's gone wrong and you have to fix it. So there's an urgency to fix the problem. Now, how do we get addicted to drama though?
Well, does it kick off because it seems to be there's an element of excitement. And so, there's a bit of adrenaline.
You feel alive, don't you?
Yeah.
So you feel alive, and if you're fixing big problems, there's a sense of satisfaction in that. But also, if you keep expecting the next thing to go wrong, the next person to turn against you, then peace becomes the pause before the next problem. And I think that's where the addiction to drama happens. Because when there's nothing going on, then the brain goes, calm before the storm.
Okay. So as in that's a bad thing? They don't like being at peace in those periods?
Well, obviously they want peace, but their brain won't let them believe it.
Right.
So peace becomes a symbol for drama, imminent drama. Well, that can't be fun. It means you're not allowed to have peace. Now, this is where it gets interesting. If you expect drama, your anxiety levels go up. So during peace, you start to get a bit restless, agitated, because you're sensing something's going to come at you. And if you're not prepared for it, it's going to hurt you. Because the last thing we want, Rach, is to not be ready for when something comes at us. That's the worst situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we want to make things predictable. So if we're assuming something's going to go wrong, there's an attack because, we never have peace for long. Your brain now, it's deciding that the most important thing for you in that moment is to find where the drama is coming from. So it actually makes you try to interpret your environment. And unfortunately, if a brain expects the drama, it will misinterpret situations to prove itself right. Now, case in point is that when someone's not in a good mood, they misinterpret what you say. Doesn't matter how good your intentions are. They're quick to take things personally and assume you're attacking them. Why? Because they're used to it. It's just more of the same. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is.
Kind of goes back to that worldview, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If a worldview is you're in a hostile world, then you just need to keep predicting that hostile world so that you can be safe.
Being one step ahead, is it?
Yeah. And the brain will actually ruin lots of good things because it can easily deny those good things. That's how powerful the brain is. So you got to ask yourself, am I addicted to drama? How do you know you're addicted to drama? Well, do you like quiet time? Do you like just really relaxing and being left alone and actually loving it without this sense of, I need to busy my mind because my mind goes into negative thinking?
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you about that.
Because if you've got peace and you've got time to chill out, relax, do whatever you want, isn't that what we're after in life? Yet we contaminate that precious little real estate of chilling out and enjoying our own company. We contaminate it with something big and bad is going to happen next. And it's not even that conscious. This is important to point out. No one says I'm addicted to drama. I deliberately in my conscious mind say, I want to pick a fight. I want to see where else I can create drama because I'm addicted to it and I'm going to find it. No, that's not what happens. It's subconscious. It's the brain going, okay, quick, be safe, look for it. And then the brain, RoboCop, reticular activating system, searches. So it's a subconscious thing. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do if you're addicted to drama? Because addictions are hard to break. That's why they're called addictions. Funny that. What are you going to do?
Because it must be hard to get off the cycle of creating drama or looking for drama. Or does that just come, is it more when you work towards working against negative ideas that you have, that the drama then is what you can let go of after that?
Yeah. So what you're saying is if you no longer come at something from a place of expecting drama, because it makes sense to you, you've rationalized it in yourself, that when the invitation to misinterpret it is always there, you're not interested anymore because you've given yourself a lot more perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one of the problems is that if you have set up a lot of relationships where you argue a lot, fight a lot, eventually you've become triggers to each other, so that you may actually end up having a lot of relationships with a bad attitude towards you, to each other even, because you actually have now lived this self-fulfilling prophecy and you don't trust each other and respect each other enough. So now your addiction to drama is in an environment that has now become acidic. And so that now you're right. Yes, drama is coming, but only because of the relationships you created. So can you see the dilemma here that a lot of people go and, oh, trust me, I'm not the one addicted to drama. They're the ones that, mistreat me or da-da-da. Like, well, okay, but you're going to have to go deeper to find out what triggers that and how you get triggered yourself. So in other words, you're the only one that can break the cycle. You can't wait for other people to break it. You're in control of yourself. So you might as well ask yourself, do I want to have peace? Because if I'm programmed not to have peace, you got to lose your tolerance for that. That's just so sad. And you know what? It's common. You know what I think? I think we all have degrees of addiction to drama. I'm not isolating, there's a group of people and we can point at them and they're addicted to drama. I think this is a way of understanding how a brain can start to self-fulfill a prophecy that life is much harder and hostile in relationships and in circumstances, so that just when you think you're getting ahead, something's going to pull the rug from underneath you. That if we have that relationship, then that becomes the actual dilemma to address.
Mm. So does it become a learned behavior or?
Well, learned is conditioning, isn't it? It's the same thing.
Mm.
So when you say learned, it's like if you're going to subject someone to an environment where that's what you expect and that's how to react, then of course the brain will learn, and that's conditioning. You become a product of that environment. So if you're raised in an environment where there's always drama, then you go out into that world expecting drama to be everywhere too. But here's an interesting way to look at it. So what if there's drama? Why do we have to go on a roller coaster ride on the inside? If there's something gone wrong or someone is trying to pick a fight, why can't we just pause long enough and go, I'd rather create peace here, or find a boundary to let that person know I'm not doing drama. Either they connect with me in a better way or I'm not connecting. I'm ending the connection until they're happy to have a time with me without the drama. You know what I just thought? I thought, yeah, I can hear people arguing for, I don't want to be lonely. No. I'd rather have drama than be lonely. I hope one person listening to this podcast goes, oh my gosh, what a mind reader. How the hell did he know that? That would be very funny.
Because like, what are the problems with, because some people may be listening to this thinking, yeah, but so what? A bit of drama, it's a bit of excitement, no one gets hurt. It's just, but what really is could be the issues or problems with attracting drama and creating drama in your life?
Yeah, good question. Well, it's almost like you're caught in a very small bubble where you're distracted constantly with things that don't matter and things that keep you from thriving. So the opportunity costs are huge because an addiction to drama keeps you in survival mode. And then suddenly your flow to be creative and innovative and able to be the best you can be and start to have awesome ideas that help you be extraordinary, that stuff is off the table when you're addicted to drama. Because you're too busy distracted by people who are annoying you or situations that you think are a real problem. So you emotionally are unstable about it and you get all hyped up when really you could have been calm in that chaos and achieved so much more without draining yourself.
Mm.
So, but you see, if people never knew that other side, that world of their potential, then they can't miss it, can they? So it's all right for someone to say, well, what's the big deal? A bit of drama, that's just life. That's just how life is. Then, yeah, you're right. But do you want to be right? Because there are other people who it's not right for them. And what's the difference between them and you? And then you know what's funny? The brain's just going to keep finding excuses why it should be that way, why it's normal to just accept life that way. But there are people that don't accept that life that way. And therefore, They think differently, perceive differently, make different decisions, have a different life. And then when drama does come to them, it's just something to deal with the best way possible and move through it. But then when peace comes, they expect peace. They expect fun, chilling out, and not being nervous, expecting the next problem. And I think, surely we didn't come into this existence to be on edge all the time. So maybe it's a choice, Rachel. Maybe it's a choice to go, and it ties into that worldview. It's like, well, what world am I going to live in? What world am I going to feed with my expectations, my assumptions? What was that story about a wolf or two wolves, and one of them is the bad one and one of them's a good one? And it says, which one will you become? The one you feed. Something along those lines.
Yes.
We should find that link to that story or book or whatever and add it to this, because it's like whatever you feed is going to become you. So we say addicted to drama because the message here is that we all are in degrees. So let's undo that. Let's break that cycle in important areas of our life where the richness of our relationships are much more precious to us than habitual cycles of fighting from misinterpreting and misunderstanding and pride and denial, just getting in the way of realizing we're creating so much drama where only peace is there, but we just move it out of the way and we just go, nah, I'm just going to mess this up with my assumptions. So it's a choice. And if it gets down to the fact that your body is starting to feel restless and on edge, take deep breaths and breathe in the courage to stand for something greater, and breathe out the identity that isn't you. Just breathe it out. Just surrender. Every time you breathe out, surrender that way of being. And if you just stick to that breathing, and means you're holding that beautiful intent to move to a better way of being every time you feel restless, that should help. Cool.
Yeah, that's good. Good thoughts on the drama queens. So
the next time someone says, "Are you addicted to drama?" you can say, "Yeah, I am, but I'm always working on the areas of my life where I can do without it."
Yeah, because it is fun sometimes, a little bit. Little healthy bits of drama can be a bit of fun.
I love it. The confession popped right at the end for Rachel.
Well, George, Thank you very much. Looking forward to chatting again soon. And thanks for listening to our EP7 podcast. We look forward to chatting to you next time.
Wishing you calm in the chaos. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us on another EP7 podcast. If you liked what you heard, remember to share and subscribe so you're notified of every podcast released. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, please jump on the EP7 official Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you.